It's Millionaire Mindset on Mondays. I'm Steve MacLellan, the financial engineer, and that's my good buddy Aaron McDonald from Malibu, Cape Breton. I'm a huge fan of his music. You should be too if you listen to him. Aaron McDonald, I Still Need You. Fantastic song. And look, folks, every Monday we're going to start going live. Generally, this was reserved for a small knit community. I was talking to my marketing team, and one of the things they said is you got to prove that you're a real human being. With all the AI going on and all the craziness happening in the world, you're going to see marketing professionals like myself and those that are actually out there to help others go live once more. Now, I used to go live. I went live several years ago, and then a thing called COVID happened, and raising 3 adorable kids, well, that wasn't fun. I remember my youngest, Madeline, at the time, and she always made going live enjoyable. And today, you might even hear them in the background because today is the last day of school. So congrats to all the teachers and students out there and parents. I hope you have some plans for your children throughout the summer so you don't go too crazy. All right. So what I'm going to do this Monday, and every Monday, we usually focus on one topic and then give you advice on how to take your money mindset and grow it into a wealth mindset. And if you have any questions, we'll usually answer any questions that come up. And a lot of times we'll have a Q&A period. Today's pretty open. It's kind of just getting started, getting used to a lot of this technology. Things have changed over the last couple of years. And really just to get the ball rolling. As you can see, going live, it's not going to be perfect. All right, folks. So one of the things that I'll focus on today is how to make the most of your summer vacation financially. Summer is time to reset, to recharge, but you can actually make a lot of extra money over the summer, and this is how you do it. First and foremost is sit down with your significant other and plan your summer. I used to laugh at people that used to make plans at the beginning of the year. They used to plan their vacations. I thought I always was a play by ear kind of guy. But after studying millionaires and how millionaires work and how successful people work, planning is so important. Who's kidding who? Nothing ever works out according to plan, but just having that ready to go, you're so much further ahead, because what this does is it allows you to focus on tasks on hand. When you know vacation is coming up or your family vacation is coming up, you're more focused at work. And have you ever played in a sport where the last 10 minutes, you try that little extra harder, you get more stuff done? Same thing when you know vacation's coming up. If you know what's coming up, you are in game mode as your vacation's coming up, getting more things done. You're extra productive. How does that make you more money? Well, if it's your business, of course, the more productive you are with your own business, the more money you're going to make. And look, if you're good at your job and you become great at it, you're going to make a lot more money. So first thing is sit down and plan your summer, especially those days off. So book that vacation. Second thing that you can do is make sure you have activities for the kids. Look, kids are awesome. I've got 3 of them, but they're also very distracting. So you need your focus time to focus on what's important to you. And if that's your career during the summer, focus on your career. Make sure you have some activities from the kids. Number 2. Number 3 is, look, it's the summertime. Maybe turn your 5-day week into a 4-day week. If you're able to do this, take Fridays off or take Mondays off. Enjoy that time off. If you're an employee and you have to ask for extra time, maybe put an extra hour on every day and then turn your 5-day week into a 4-day week. This just helps you reset and makes you enjoy your summer that much more and probably happier at work as well. And then number 4 is really simple. well, I should say it's easy, but it's not simple to do. And that's turning off your cell phone. Turn off electronics, at least for a portion of the day. We are trying our best to do it from 5 to 8 every day. We're not successful all the time, but just having that time where electronics are off and you're focused on your family. I recommend 5 to 8. Actually, if you can turn it off closer to bedtime, bang on, you're that much better. So how do these tips help you make more money during the summer? Because, I didn't talk about investing. I didn't talk about insurance or any financial planning. What this does is helps you recharge and reset. So when it's go time here in September, you are ahead. You are ready to get going. We operate usually on and off switches. Well, who's kidding who? Most people don't. We kind of just mope around, playing it by ear. Whatever happens, happens. But when you have a plan and you are able to go on and off, like my wife is, she's amazing at this. When she's working, she is extremely focused. And when she's home, she's home. But if you can do that, you'll be that much more successful come September. So get that reset, enjoy the summer, rock and roll. I'm going to talk just a little bit longer here. Usually I only talk about one topic, but I'm going to bring up two because it is the last day of school, the day before Canada Day in this great nation. Hey, what would make Canada even better? To me, it would be paying less taxes, right? That's my biggest beef, the weather and the paying taxes. Those were two things. If I could change anything about Canada, I would. Unfortunately, we can't, but I help my clients reduce their taxes. Going back to the last day of school, that's another thing I help clients with is invest for their kids' success. So let's go over 6 ways to invest for your kids' success because there's more than just RESPs. And the first way is really to be a role model for your child. We often mimic what we see. That's how we learn. We learn through mimicking. So whatever we've seen our parents do in the past, we will do, or we'll try to do the opposite. So being a financial role model for your kids is just so important. And doing that is getting the proper education. If you're looking for a great book to read, I recommend my book, Grow, Control, and Keep Your Money. Excellent financial resource and financial education. And that's going to help you be that role model. Number 2 is RESPs. So there's generally 2 types of RESPs. One is the ones that you get at the bank, the mutual funds. I actually prefer those, or the ones that I provide, your financial advisor provides. The reason I like these is they have a lot less rules. You can put them in several different types of investments. And then when your child turns 18, they have access to them. Where the second set of RESPs, they're often referred to as scholarship RESPs. They're usually in pools. And the way they make money is they're put into a pool. They're very restrictive. There are lots of rules and regulations. And unfortunately, one of the ways they make money is when people want to get over there, they're penalized. So that pool actually grows by people leaving the RESPs. And then again, a lot of rules and regulations. So I'm more of a fan of the traditional RESPs. The problem with RESPs is it's your child's money. So it's not your money. And imagine being 18 and having access to $50,000. Would it go towards school? When you were 18, would it have gone towards school? I can tell you for me, it would not have gone all towards school. That's one of the negatives. The other thing is if the kids don't decide to go to school or to a post-secondary or trade school, they lose out on those grants and the interest that the grants would have made. Okay. But all in all, I'm a big fan of the RESPs, especially the traditional ones where you can invest with me or your financial advisor and get that efficient growth for you. The third way you can invest for your kids' success is setting up a tax-free savings account. Now, unfortunately, they can't have a tax-free savings account until they turn 18, but you can have one set up for you, and a portion of that can go towards the kids when you're ready to give it to them. I love tax-free savings accounts. They should be called tax-free investments accounts, but they're called tax-free savings accounts. A lot of people will go to the bank and say, hey, I want a tax-free savings account. And that's exactly what the bank gives them, a savings account with very low interest. But you can put ETFs, mutual fund stocks into this tax-free savings account, and it can grow. And it can grow very efficiently. The problem is if it's in your name and an emergency comes up, you may need it. So that child of yours that you're really hoping to give this money to might not get it because, hey, who's kidding who? Life happens. The fourth way to invest for your kid's success is usually a critical illness insurance policy. All right, with return on premium. No one wants their kid to get sick and don't want to talk about this. But this is like a forced savings account where if your kid does get sick, you get a lump sum payment with the idea of getting them better. Cancer, stroke, angina are the top three. So they're probably not going to get those. And the idea is for them not to. And you get a return on premium on this. So you get all your money back if the child does not get sick, and that can go towards education or towards their future. The problem with this, it does not grow any interest or any growth whatsoever. Okay, so it's really an insurance product. If the child gets sick or if you get sick, a lump sum payment is given. You're supposed to use that money to get better. You can really use it for whatever you want. But if you don't get sick, the idea is you get all your money back. We have it. I'm a fan, but I also like having your money grow. And that comes to the other option is having a whole life policy set up for your child. I love this because it gets a compound growth. It grows over time. And then you can borrow against it where you don't interrupt that compound growth. You can use it for education. You can use it for down the road for the first payment of their house. You can use it for whatever. You can give it to them as a retirement fund. Imagine that compound growth starting at year zero. How much further ahead your child would be. Awesome stuff. There are other ways to save for your kids' future as well. You can do investment loans. I would talk to a trusted financial planner that has your interests in mind, that's there to work for you, that doesn't represent an institution, but represents you. And there you go. That's Millionaire Mindset. We covered pretty much 3 topics instead of 1. You got to see me go live. You got to see me mispronounce Latin words. I hope you found this helpful. We will be going live every Monday at 11 o'clock. Once I get this technology, we'll be going live every Monday, holidays, or if something comes up. Like next Monday, I will not be here because something came up, which happens during the summer. But other than that, I'll see you on Monday, 11 o'clock, where we help you grow, control, and keep your money. So next time, which should be around July 14th, be healthy, be wealthy, be wise. The noise. Not lending me. And guys, happy Canada Day. Have a great time. We'll see if I can end this thing, which it's not letting me do. Love technology. This is great.